that on the manufacturer's website. Yours will likely be higher, unless 1. It's starved of power, or 2. It is running too hot. This means that your card is technically already overclocking itself within certain parameters. So you overclocking a card is stupid then, as they already overclock themselves. Well, no. Overclocking yourself can get you even more performance. This is because you can specifically tune for your card.
This is awesome. I'm the jump master.
Is the size of the components that we're talking about, and the tolerances in manufacturing. Take this 4070 Ti for example. We're not talking about this beefy, chunky, boy thing. This is not what we're talking about. We're talking about the 300mm square core with over 35 billion transistors inside. Just think about that for a second. In fact, pinch your fingers and thumb like this and create a tiny, tiny gap.
Hold on to your gills,
That's probably
darlings.
about a millimeter squared. And this GPU fits 120 million transistors within that tiny space, all switching on and off to generate your frames. If some of those can't keep up, the whole system collapses. So it's extremely important to these brands that every card they ship isn't being pushed beyond its limits or too close to that limit. So the inbuilt software that controls the boosting of these cards is inherently going to err on the side of caution, which is good news for overclocking, as there's nearly always some extra performance to claim. How much performance? Well, with all other things equal, that depends on manufacturing tolerances, or how accurate the machine was when it made your chip, and which of these 7 different types of overclocking you are doing. Now that you have a good understanding of overclocking and how your card is already doing it through GPU boosting, let's take a look at the 7 different ways you can overclock your graphics card, what they're doing, and the pros and cons of each. Starting with the easiest way to get a free boost to your performance, auto overclocking buttons. These can be found by following these steps for NVIDIA and these for AMD. No auto overclockers available for Intel. All of these buttons you see here are the easiest and safest ways to overclock, for those of you that want minimal effort, free boost to your performance. But what are they doing and what are the drawbacks? Because they all do slightly different things. AMD is lightning quick and NVIDIA is more holistic. Why is that? Well, for AMD, overclock is going to give you an increase to your clock speed of the GPU, which is responsible for all computation, and more often than not, is the most important factor of an overclock. It takes about 5 seconds to do a quick check, and gave this card a 9% boost to my clock speed in firmware. Overclock VRAM is going to increase the speed of your memory within the graphics card, which holds all of the game assets and data ready for the GPU core to process. The faster the memory, the quicker the GPU can get to what it needs, giving this card a boost to my memory speed. And then undervolt GPU, which you remember when I said overclocking typically requires more power with an exception? This is that exception, and the reason you needed to understand GPU boosting before we got here. Undervolting is particularly interesting, as it unintuitively reduces power to the GPU to make it faster? Yeah, actually. As I mentioned before, modern GPUs are algorithm-driven.
I'm being chased, just so you guys know.
How fast they should run based on a few factors. Overclocking doesn't override this. It works in conjunction with it. So by undervolting the GPU, it's necessary to run slower, which often results in more performance. The exact inner workings of how performance is calculated are very much trade secrets for NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel, but at a high level, by undervolting, you're lowering how much power is used to achieve a certain speed, which gives you more power headroom to play with and lowers thermals, both major factors to the card calculating how fast it should run. But it's important to note a couple things. You can't just stack these options for AMD. You have to choose one of those two, unless you manually overclock, which we will cover in a bit. NVIDIA, on the other hand, seems to do a calculation of all three. For this 4070 Ti, for example, enabling automatic tuning increased our clock speed by about 5%, increase the memory speed by about 1%, and reduce the power ever so slightly. I like that this is a more fully featured approach, but it does take an unreasonably long time to complete. as in I was able to manually overclock the card to be
Setting
much
up a zip
faster,
line.
getting a much better result, and doing it in less than half the time. But I'll show you the pro ways to overclock in a bit, making these the advantages and disadvantages for the quick and easy overclocking buttons. All of them boost at least one thing that contributes to the performance of a graphics card, with NVIDIA being the most well-rounded. With every method, other than undervolting, it's going to increase your tense and your fan speed, byproduct of overclocking. So I'll show you how to monitor that in a bit. Another byproduct of overclocking is increased power draw, giving the NVIDIA Auto OC an AMD undervolt and advanced.
Why are we going out of the
That's
circle?
most important factor. It's also worth mentioning that you likely won't need to do any extensive testing. It is still recommended, and I'll show you how to do that next, but as these are all pre-checked by the manufacturer, they offer the most reassurance in terms of stability. So these can be great options to boost your performance with very minimal effort. But let's see the more advanced overclocking options before you make up your mind. What I like to call pseudo-manual overclocking and fully manual. I refer to these slides from NVIDIA and Intel as pseudo-manual overclocking. They behave similarly to full manual, but you don't have access to many of the controls to potentially get the most out of your card. Video sliders are easy. Just set them all to the maximum allowed, upping the restricted limits of the card, which may sound scary, especially as one of those implies that you might double the voltage to the card, but that's a very poorly labelled UI. What's 100% means in this context is 100% of what NVIDIA will allow you to add through this method of overclocking, which typically translates to about 2% increase to the voltage. But it is worth remembering that below you can get this slider while maintaining the power, giving us a 5% boost to our profile and no move to our compared to NVIDIA's auto overclocking button. And it's worth mentioning at this point, none of the ways that we've covered in terms of overclocking so far would likely have caused any issues for you. If you followed the steps, you're probably already seeing a small performance boost of up to about 5%. That's really not that bad for just a few clicks, but that's about the limit of what these simpler ways to overclock will allow you to do. So let's take a look at the more advanced ways, and if they're worth it. The thing that makes these more advanced ways so great is also the same reason why many people shy away from overclocking in the first place. Let's talk stability. Because we have more control over things that make a real difference in overclocking, there's less hand-holding by the software, so you're the one that needs to do the checks and be aware of what to look out for. Issues like crashing, new screen, rebooting, and artifact, which is basically the production of visual anomalies, things that were obviously not meant to be there. And if you see any of them while overclocking, there are two things that you need to know. Number one, it is not permanent. These are just a few of the times where this happened to me while making this video. And it's a sign of the card reaching a limitation in one way or another, which is exactly what we're trying to do whilst overclocking. Find the limit and then pull back until it is stable, making the second thing that you need to know, how to fix it.
I bet that's a good
So let's
spot.
cover Intel's
Woman's
pseudo-manual
intuition.
overclocking before we look
Let's
at
find
the
something
manual.
good.
See if we can make these cards break your sweat, show you how to fix issues, and see if the process is worth it. From here on out, we're going to need a couple applications, if you haven't got them already. Hardware Info 64 for monitoring, and Firmware or Unigine Echo, which is a great option, as you can either let it run for stability testing, or benchmark to test your overclocked performance. Run both of them, and navigate to Intel's pseudo-manual overclocking sliders right here. The reason I didn't include this pseudo-manual overclocking earlier is because NVIDIA sliders are basically bulletproof. Nearly nothing you can do here will affect stability, whereas these, well, let me show you. Set the temp limit to max, increase the power limit to max for an overclock, and now it's time to balance the voltage offset and the performance boost sliders. Essentially increase this for more performance, and this for more stability. There will be a limit where adding more voltage still isn't stable, so drop the performance a little until it is. You'll basically just reach the limit of the clock, giving you a boost to my GPU core clock in turn. But these are very much rough figures, as they will vary from card to card. even the exact same card from the exact same manufacturer. Two of them will overclock differently, based on how accurate the manufacturing was, or otherwise colloquially known as silicon lottery, making these the pros and cons for the pseudo-manual sliders. Similarly to the auto buttons, you get the same benefits of increased performance and the same drawbacks of increased thermals, power draw, and fan noise. But neither one of these methods has any effect on the GPU's memory clock, which could dramatically hold them back compared to auto OC and manual. NVIDIA's pseudo-manual sliders offer much better stability compared to Intel's. But the way I see it is Intel's pseudo-manual sliders do a better job, purely because they are more similar to fully manual overclocking, and allow you to push the card even further. Bringing us to the last way to overclock, before we discuss our initial findings. Stuff like does resolution matter? Which auto overclocker is the closest to what fully manual overclocking can do? Some interesting questions I don't see discussed a lot when it comes to different ways to overclock. But here's something you might not know. Typically, I recommend using MSI Afterburner to manually overclock. It works even if you don't have an MSI card. NVIDIA, AMD, and any brand for those manufacturers, MSI Afterburner will work with them. But there is one exception, if you were using an Intel card. There is a more manual overclocking tool made by Shimino, an overclocker at Asus, so if you did want to play with that, I highly recommend checking out Scatterbench's guide. But I'm leaving it out of this video for now, as it's not really the same thing. We've seen a lot of control, and information on it is quite scarce. So this is for the NVIDIA and AMD users, with the latter having the benefit of being able to do this inside the Adrenalin application too. Very nice. But we will focus on Afterburner.
I'm not going that way, bro.
Monitoring and stress testing
I'm trying to avoid them when they
it is
turn
time to manually
around this.
overclock. If available, max out the temp limit and the power limit. And it's time to find a balance of these three. Similarly to Intel, you want to increase the clocks or the performance until you hit stability issues. Then increase the power. These demonstrations aren't really meant to be full tutorials. They're easily a separate video and there are plenty of them out there, but this should help you get an understanding of how to use them, what's happening under the hood, resulting in the biggest increases we have seen so far to our clock speeds. And the great thing about this is you can unlock voltage frequency control to tune even further, or undervolt particularly effectively. It's because of this breadth of control that I consider this method to be fully manual, and different to the more locked-down pseudo-manual sliders. But with great power comes great thermal responsibility. This is the firmware run of the 4070 Ti manually overclocked, but with default fan settings. Immediately, it was hitting the thermal limits of the card, until I adjusted the fan setting. So, especially if you are manually overclocking and trying to push the most out of your card, make sure that you keep an eye on those temps, making these the pros and cons of every single way you can overclock your GPU. The auto overclocking is going to be the easiest for those of you with a little too much.
They're zipping to you. They're ziplining to you.
But they are going to be the least obvious because of the lack of control. The pseudo-manual sliders can be a good option for NVIDIA, especially if speed is a concern, and a great option for Intel. But the lack of memory control could hold them back in a lot of games, making fully manual the most beneficial, but also the most work, needing to test more games and control your temps better. At least if you're trying to get the most out of it. But let's take a look at some of the data, see if fully manual is worth it, and what questions we can answer with our initial performance runs. I'm going to follow up this video with ranking every way to overclock, from best to worst. After
Where can I go to
testing
get you up,
games.
buddy?
But we do have some initial results. So what have we learned, and what additional questions can we ask? Well, you should have a good understanding of what overclocking is, the different ways you can do this, and what's going on under the hood, as well as undervolting, GPU boosting, their benefits and drawbacks. But what about the impacts of these methods to resolution? Given that your GPU is typically working harder when you increase the pixel count, does overclocking matter more or less for 1080p versus 4K? Well, by the looks of it, it depends on the game and the way you are overclocking. Most games seem to love core clock speed the most, and the percentage of performance gained does mostly increase with resolution. Meaning if you are gaming at 1440p or 4K, you'll see a higher percentage uplift from overclocking. versus 1080p. It's also worth mentioning that I found manually overclocking is less likely to be stable at higher resolutions. So start with the highest you can while testing. But what about Nvidia versus AMD in terms of their auto overclocking buttons? Which one is better? Well, I like that Nvidia's does more than
Here's
just
my
one
birthday
thing,
present.
as many games benefit from increasing the core and the memory clock. But you have to install GeForce Experience, have an account, let it run for 30 minutes to get, well, not a lot, actually. Messing with a few current and well, I like that Nvidia's does more than just one thing, as many games benefit from increasing the core and the memory clock. But you have to install GeForce Experience, have an account, let it run for 30 minutes to get, well, not a lot, actually. Testing with a few current and previous
replicator coming
generation
down.
GPUs, you're only going to get a couple percent improvement. That's a maximum from Nvidia's auto overclocking, whereas with AMD, a couple percent is typically the minimum performance gain, being no account or additional software required for AMD, and it takes about 5 seconds to get a much bigger improvement with the Auto OC presets. Another really good question that further proves this fact is whose auto overclocking tool gets closer to manual overclocking, or closer to the limits of the card. The reason this is a particularly interesting question is that AMD having greater performance uplift from Auto OC means one of two things. Either the Nvidia cards that I have tested are better optimized from the factory, and AMD's have more room because they just aren't as well optimized. Or the second one, the converse point, would be that Nvidia's auto overclocker just doesn't do as good as that. Well, I was able to double the
Rings noted
performance
for.
uplift of the auto OC buttons by manually overclocking AMD, whereas manual OC was more like 5 to 10 times better for Nvidia compared to their auto
Can
overclocking
make it up
buttons.
this.
Now confirmed similar behavior with
30
all
seconds until close.
details of the test bench and hardware will be linked below. So the Nvidia cards do have much more performance to access, but their auto overclocker left a lot on the table, especially in terms of the memory overclock. So is it worth overclocking? And is manual overclocking the right choice? Honestly, I feel like it's a shame to not at least use the auto overclocking functionality from Nvidia and AMD. It's there, it's
Rat
easy,
and get
it's full
points.
performance,
That's all
and
I can
there's
do.
very little
I can
chance
rat.
of
I can
running
rat.
into
I can
issues.
be a
There's
fucking
lots of many
cheese. You can
situations
rat.
in life where you can
I
get
can
more
get some
with minimal
points. I can
effort.
cheese.
But
You
if
can
you
rat.
are
I
willing to
can get
invest a
some
bit more
points.
time to manually tune your card,
That's all
it
I
will
can
always
do
be the
when
pro
I'm
way
out
to
here
get more
alone playing
performance
with
or
3
better
of
power
them.
efficiency. But overclocking aside, what are the other differences between GPU manufacturers? Well, you can check out this video, where we investigate the real differences between AMD, Nvidia, and Intel GPUs. We cover gaming, upscaling, and content creation to find out which option is right for you. And you can check that out by checking out the end. Otherwise, guys, share, like, subscribe, they're always appreciated. Hope you have an amazing
Half the squads are gone. I'm fine with that. Falling in a lifeline package. Gotta cheat myself.
Round 3, beginning ring countdown.
Looks like I'm inside the ring.
Replicator being delivered.
Library.
Replicator
Playlist.
on
Watch
its way
later.
down.
Boom boom. Let's see what can we do. one, and that. Let's go back up to the top and pull this up.
We just got a ton of new
Whoa.
info on the RTX 50 series. Let's talk about it. Before that, this video is brought to you by VIPCDKdeals.com. CDK Deals is a website dedicated to getting you the best prices on games and software, and right now you can get a Windows 10 Pro OEM key for an insanely low price. Just find the best price and apply my special discount code GPC20 for an additional 30% off. You can also check out securely with PayPal, and once the payment is cleared, you should get access to the code both in your account as well as in your email. In order to activate the new copy of Windows 10, just search Activate under Windows and type in your key. So if you want to learn more, be sure to click the link in the description below. Okay, so a couple of leakers just dropped a ton of information on the 50 series. I know it keeps coming in hot, thick, and heavy, boys. But yes, there's more. This time we got some information both from Red Gaming Tech, a well-known leaker over on YouTube, and of course I'll have both of these sources linked in the description below. And then the second person who dropped some info was actually the well-known Twitter leaker Coffite7Kini, and they both do have a track record of having a ton of stuff right when it comes to GPUs in the past. So while you should take this with a grain of salt, these aren't just some nobodies. So I took all the leaks and rumors that we've gotten so far and put them together and added in a little bit of speculation based on everything that I know to give you guys an idea of what the entire RTX 50 series is likely going to look like. So let's go ahead and take a look at this chart. And first, starting off with the RTX 5060, that's right, this thing is going to be an absolute monster when compared to the RTX 4060, as it looks like the SM count, and by the way, SM stands for Streaming Multiprocessor, and you can essentially think of these as the GPU core. It's more complicated than that, but let's not get into it. Yeah, it basically has nearly double the amount of SMs of the RTX 4060. Now, the interesting thing about this GPU is that it's likely to be on the, I believe, Samsung 4nm node, if the leaks from Red Gaming Tech are to be believed. And if that's the case, well, then the boost clocks to this card probably won't be improving too much. We're probably talking around 2.6 gigahertz, maybe 2.8 at the max. And then in terms of the memory, we're probably talking 12 gigabytes rather than 8 this time, because I do believe this will be coming out late enough for them to take advantage of these new 3 gigabyte modules on GDDR7. And if that is the case, then yeah, this will be a huge jump up in terms of memory capacity, a great thing for gamers who are looking for a relatively affordable card. Also, the bandwidth should be nearly doubling, going from 272 on the 4060 to 448 gigabytes per second on this card thanks to GDDR7. And then the cache should be increasing to 32 megabytes over 24 on the 4060. And the performance overall in terms of rasterization, and do be aware, I'm just talking about rasterization today. We will be talking about ray tracing at some point in the future, so definitely get subscribed for that, as it's going to be a massive leap when it comes to ray tracing. And I do believe the 50 series will actually enable realistic and high performance looking ray tracing for the first time ever. But in any case, in terms of rasterization, we could be looking at nearly 85% higher performance out of the 5060 on paper when compared to the 4060. Now, do keep in mind, on paper performance versus what you actually get in real games is going to be a little bit different. But regardless, it does look like, if this information turns out to be true, that the 60 class will finally be getting the jump that it needs to join the modern era. Now, in terms of a release date, I'm actually expecting this one to come out late quarter 2 2025. So this is going to be the one that takes the longest to get out. So let's move on to some ones that are coming up a little bit sooner, such as the RTX 5070. Now, this one also is going to be a pretty substantial jump. We're talking about 64 SMs versus 46 on the 4070. It's also going to be increasing the boost clock to 2.9 to potentially 3.1 gigahertz. Now, I did hear Red Gaming Tech claim that they could be going for low to mid 3 gigahertz, and if that's true, that is wild. But I'm going to be a little bit conservative. I don't think they're going to hit that. That just seems absolutely insane, but hey, I could be wrong. Now, in terms of the memory, probably talking about 12 gigabytes once again, because although this is actually moving to the TSMC 3nm for all these cards going forward for the 5070, 5080, and 5090, which is really nice to see, they will likely be using only the 2 gigabyte modules and not the 3 gigabyte modules, as I don't think they'll be available in time to release with these cards, nor do I think NVIDIA is really interested in doing that when they can just release a refresh a year later with the 3 gigabyte modules at higher clock speeds to give you another reason to buy even more cards. I mean, let's be realistic, they're probably going to do that. Now, in any case, yeah, 12 gigabytes once again.
That fucking
Will be
shadow.
increasing from 504
Amazing.
to 672 gigabytes per second. Also substantial jump from 36 to 48 megabytes of cache. in terms of performance, probably around 60% higher on paper
Only 1
than the
minute to go.
4070. Really, really cool stuff, and this one will probably be launching early Q2 of 2025, so much sooner than that RTX 5060. But what's coming out even earlier than that? The RTX 5080. This one's also going to be a huge jump. We're talking about 112 SMs, again 3 nanometer versus the 76 on 5 nanometer for the 4080. Once again, 2.9 to 3.1 gigahertz, 16 gigabytes of GDDR7, so the same amount of RAM as the 4080, but I think that's fine. 16 is good. And then also 896 gigabytes per second of bandwidth, up from the 716 roughly on the RTX 4080. Now it will have, I believe, the same amount of cache if Red Gaming Tech does have that correct. However, the performance overall should be on paper around 70% higher on this 5080 if it doesn't get cut down, which, let's be honest, it definitely could, but that would actually be really good to see because that would mean the gap between the 80 and 90 class would shrink at least a little bit, is hopeful. Now, in terms of the release date for this one, it looks like it's probably talking mid-Q1 2025, so again, much sooner. But the one that's going to be coming out the soonest is going to be the RTX 5090, or at least that's what leaks and rumors are suggesting, and that's what I believe myself as well. Now, this thing, once again, TSMC 3 nanometer, however, we're going up to 192 SMs over the 128 on the RTX 4090. Now, in terms of boost clock, probably 3 to 3.2 gigahertz on this thing, an absolute monster. 24 gigabytes of memory once again, but GDDR7, so running at 32 gigabits per second on a 384-bit bus, gets us 1,536 gigabytes per second and 96 megabytes of cache over the 72 on the 4090, and the overall performance could be on paper up to 1.8 times higher on the RTX 5090 when compared to the 4090. That is wild, and with a release date of potentially as early as likely December, that's actually not that far away. Sure, end of the year is still a little bit of a ways away, but it's not nearly as far as, say, the 5060, and this is something that you could buy maybe this year. And overall, guys, it just seems like the RTX 50 series as a whole is going to be a much better generation. I'm sure there'll be like a 5070 Ti with 16 gigabytes as well, but overall it seems like, yeah, 12 gigabytes is going to be the new minimum. That's great to see, and all the higher-end cards will have a good amount of not only bandwidth and VRAM, but also massive performance uplift as well. And that 5060 getting a huge uplift, it's going to be great to see so that those things don't get left in the dust as they have been the last couple of generations. But hey, that's just what I think. Do you think that the 50 series could really be this fast, or do you think this is maybe just being a little bit too optimistic? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below, and of course, I'll see you in the next video. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to drop a video release new GPUs. Also, if you want to see more, check out one or two related videos.
Are you good now? Is that enough? Okay, alright. No, you're right, I'll get to work. Sorry.
As soon as that over,
It's unfortunate.
here we what?
No, I'm sorry.
Welcome to the stream, everybody.
Alright, there's a flashbang warning incoming. Just...
Would you rather start with bugs or reptiles?
Reptiles, of course. I want to see the bugs last. In fact, we could even go outside and never see the bugs. No. What the fuck is that?
Don't look at him and say that.
Sorry.
This is Toaster Strudel. Do you know what this is?
No, what the fuck? How the fuck would I know what that is?
This is a blue-tongued skink.
He's so cute.
It's cute. You wanna hold him?
Yeah.
He's a little bit scratchy.
My hands are sweaty. Is that okay? Hello, mister.
There you go.
Would you like to... Oh my god, he is scratchy. Dang, you got nails, girl slay.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
This is an Australian lizard, and he's got a blue tongue to tell predators that he is poisonous. So you don't want to eat him.
He's what?
He's not actually. It's called Denver.
Not a snake or something?
No, he's a lizard.
What?
Right.
Yeah, he's a reptile.
Yeah, so how does he, like, reproduce? Because you know about that, right?
Does toast have a hemi penis? Can I get a confirmation?
What are the hemipenis?
Let's pick the right way to go.
That's what a snake's penis looks like.
Okay.
If you want, we can guess the penises of all the animals.
What?
Introducing your champion. This time.
Oh, he's so cute. Not as cute as my Lucy, but you know, he's cute.
I wish all of you could fight tomorrow too, but you'll be dead.
Whose nails are better, mine or Toast? Look at mine. This is... Dude, I feel like I need Toast are definitely way better, so hopefully, you know, I'll come back and I'll slay next time, but for now, just don't even look at it.
Patchy! Have you held a snake before?
Yes, I
Okay.
love snakes.
Oh, brilliant. Wonderful. Patchy's name is Patchy because she only has one eye. See?
Oh, it's like my cat.
Oh, yeah!
We have a
Here you go.
Here we go.
Here's
Ready
Patchy.
up.
Patchy's a ball python. It's
Okay.
an African snake. They're called ball pythons because when they get scared, they throw into a ball.
Oh, don't curl into a ball, please. You'll make me so sad. Does he bite?
Can, but no. She's never bit anyone. She's capable biting, just like me.
But you're so... Oh, you can't see me on the side. It's me.
Sweaty Boy Pack says, okay.
Sorry. Do you see me on the side? Hello? Alright. Question time.
Scrappy DP says, okay.
I'll draw some.
Well, I guess you're a lady snake, so it doesn't apply, but
you
you
can
know.
tell me which one you think it is.
I guess you are a lady snake, so it doesn't really apply to you, but you know, we'll figure it out.
Bubba Gimlet says,
You don't have it.
First
why
one.
land here, bro?
Should've seen that coming.
I don't think
45
so.
seconds.
A, B,
Ring
C,
spot.
or D. Dinah?
It's gotta be D. There's no way they're packing eggs.
Dinah think it's D.
Scrappy
I'll give you a
DP
hint.
says,
I did already
why
tell
you follow me?
Oh, you did?
That's what a snake's penis looks like.
Okay. Dang, I really don't listen.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Sweaty
Snakes
Boy
have a
Pack
heavy
says,
penis.
let him cook.
They have a two-headed
Bubba
penis
Gimlet says,
because
I'll
the way
BC you
snakes
stage a
do is
jitter in
they,
this game, Matt.
Like they kind of like roll up around each other.
No, one more time, just so I can really get
It's really cool.
Sweaty Boy Pack says, Mepe.
And having a hemi penis allows them to insert on either side.
Okay. So they
Scrappy
can just
DP
swing it all
says,
around.
you don't
Yeah,
have
and
to land
hopefully
directly on me out here.
Just better odds.
Gotcha.
Sweaty Boy Pack says, love y'all.
I have
Bubba
a
Gimlet
problem where,
says,
like, when I see
leave the
snakes
match
and they're in,
RN.
like my yard, right? I want to get them to safety.
Yeah, that's
So I pick them up.
Scrappy DP says,
Do you know what
you.
they are?
Nope, and that's the problem.
That's
Is
the
I
problem.
shouldn't do that because
Dude, we're in Texas. We should not do that.
when I was in Virginia, the worst thing I had to worry about was like a copperhead. And to be fair, those are very dangerous. But you know, it wasn't that bad. I was like, "You're not
Sweaty
gonna see a
Boy Pack
copperhead."
says,
We have
Murr.
copperheads here. We have rattlesnakes here. We have
Have you
coral
seen them on
snakes.
property?
We have coral snakes here.
Maya. What? Do you have
Heads
me
up.
out here with a rain of
Package coming
rattlesnakes?
in.
Do you know how accident prone I am?
It's fine. You're wearing pajama pants.
Yeah, these things that
Yeah.
I understand. Okay, like I gave up on life 30 years ago. That's what these pants look like. There's no way snakes are not fighting through this thing.
Guys, most snakes are not venomous, but we obviously have quite a few venomous species in the U.S. Generally, would not recommend picking up a snake, just in case. With snakes in general, they're actually super chill. Like, way more chill than people think. They're not for you. Like, they're not going to chase you if you're out hiking. They're not going to track you down to bite you and
Chased
kill
by
you.
water monkeys before.
Oh, what? That's crazy. Patchy's nice. Most snakes are nice. Most snakes are not scared of you.
I do feel like I had a special connection with Patchy. Patchy was very cute, and again, my cat has one eye, so it's really nice to be able to go, oh, cute little one-eyed animal. And surely I'll go back to Mushi, and Mushi will not feel some type of way with all the scents on me. But Patchy just fit right in my heart just for the Mushi. So Maya.
Gateway bug.
Oh, that's so cute. I love roly-polies.
Oh, excellent. Look, you can see the little eyes. This is a Spanish orange isopod.
Oh my gosh, you told me.
He's fast. I don't usually bring these orange ones out because they're so fast
Mm-hmm.
and they're harder to handle, but it's fine. Cinna will be great. Look at the little eye. Look
Wait,
at
that is actually so cute. Oh
Oh,
my
so
gosh. No, I love roly-polies.
Yay, buddies.
Oh my gosh, hi.
See,
Okay, you gotta be chill, dude. Don't be going to my shirt, please. That's a little rude. We're not there yet.
So this is the Detritivore. I do call this my gateway bug because they're small and cute, and like most people are chill with roly-polies. They're a Detritivore, which means they break down organic matter. So like they'll eat leaves and produce and rotting things.
Okay.
To break down soils to make soils that we can use to grow other things.
Oh my gosh.
Heads up. New
He's
kill
so
leader.
cute.
Okay, so you're not afraid of this one.
No. Here, look, there you go. You got it. There you go. I love roly-polies. I enjoy roly-polies because they're so
Gotta hop up here. Skull
sweet,
piercer.
and they roll around in your house. They roll in little balls, like little basketballs. So whenever they come inside, especially when it's raining or something, I'll take them out and I save them because I think it's so sweet. Oh no!
He's just little. He fits in this
Okay.
little container.
Which way?
I'm not gonna put it on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll just look at him.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't give a shit then.
Okay, look at him. Isn't he cool? This is the baby embers. So the black ones that get like the 5-year hand, the African ones, that's him. But he has a couple years. He's a baby.
I want to keep that on his property. Like,
I like him.
he's
Cause he's my friend.
so cute.
This is Tortellini. Isn't he cool?
Dude, that's such a setup. You give such cute names to, like, you know,
You wanna know?
Very
what
well.
else do you wanna know?
Sweaty Boy Pax says,
Care package.
Need
puppy.
them.
Are they both babies?
Puppy. Yeah. Look at
Oh, puppy.
Alexa, turn all the
Energy
lights
ammo
off. You
here.
wanna say something cool?
Energy ammo here.
Yeah. Does he glow?
Bubba Gimlet says, I dropped one earlier.
Scorpions fluorescent or UV light. Isn't that crazy?
Optics. Weapon supply bin here.
Dude, those are my
Optics here.
rave right now.
Close
What the
Sweaty Boy
heck?
Pax says, where?
New kill leader.
Dude,
Watch for
he's
them.
sick.
Isn't that cool?
Optics
yeah,
here.
so
Sniper.
a lot of animals actually
Shield
fluorescent
cell
or
here.
UV, and the thought is that they can see at night.
So at night,
They're like this, and you can't without a black light. But
so if I was walking around at night in Texas, it'd be good and ideal to have a
100%. If you
Energy ammo
well,
here.
unless you don't want to know what they are, but they're
I'll
there.
start
If you
here.
walk around with a black light at night, like you will find scorpions. Sick.
would I attend a rave to Tortellini? I like Tortellini, okay? But between me and you, I don't know if he looks like a chill ass fiber. Okay.
Bubba Gimlet says,
That,
way up back where we
that rave
WER.
glow might be a little much for me, and we seem a little, you know, too fast.
Energy ammo here.
We'll see.
Okay, easy peasy, because you don't have to hold the
Oh, is
scorpion.
it flashbang? Did I show my forehead?
But you,
Helmet
you
here.
will be holding
Level
the rope,
2.
so you're ready.
Energy ammo here.
Oh, yeah.
So now guess how big it is.
Energy ammo here.
1 inch. It's 1 inch. If you bring me anything bigger than 1 inch, I swear to God.
So you're in the first from angle. Did you see it?
Yeah.
There she is. She's peeking out. Everybody, this is Barbara. Isn't she cute? Look at her little eyes. Look at her little eyeballs. She's so cute.
Feels like I'm in Emily's room right now. Oh my God. No, dude.
These are much larger than the ones we have in the States. This is a Madagascar for everything. Yeah, they expel air.
Sweaty Boy Pax says,
No.
give your toes.
Alright. So you just want me to do what?
And Kelly, she's cute.
I can say that?
Yeah.
Bubba Gimlet
I have
says,
to look at her? and do
bet.
You
30
got
seconds until the ring closes. You like cutting it close, huh? I think that.
These are detritivores as well, so they break down organic material. They're just much bigger, so they can do much more, which is really cool of them.
Oh, extra. Okay, you can put it down.
Okay.
Oh God,
Hey, here's the drums.
10 seconds to the ring.
Barbara! Nice.
Placing a
Oh,
portal.
so nice. What do you think?
it's great.
Look at her, son.
Barbara, you're so cute.
Set the portal.
Yay, good job.
Barbara.
Okay, now bring her up close to your face and say she's good.
She's turning.
Say
Like,
she's
oh my God, Barbara, you're so cute.
Must go faster.
Barbara, you're like...
Another level,
Stupid, we were
another
cute.
upgrade.
Attention, delivering care package.
Every little choice changes the path.
Once I arrived to Barbara and
Hostile over there.
I said she's...
New kill leader.
You
Say we move
what,
there.
what does lie really mean nowadays? I do not think Barbara or Barbara Jr. or Barbara Sr. is cute at all. It was disgusting. They have knives
Half
on them?
gone, half left.
Oh my God. Okay, next question.
They're
near you.
Dude, I'm
Bubba
my
Gimlet
turn, it's
says,
like a-
how much
I'll
damage
dance.
They're
scrapping?
near me.
Oh, okay, you know what I was asking you, alright? Let's just...
We've got
Okay,
company.
well, I don't think they really approve of the fit. Hello.
Hey, you over here? Yeah, that's nice. I'm going to to Amazon. All of our parrots, almost all of our parrots get texture on there.
I'm dropping a tower.
Yeah, yeah, people distracted. But
For me to get out and go away.
Yeah, and that bird, I didn't see like 10, and it's the most obnoxious bird ever. But that bird will live, like, it'll probably outlive me. Dude, I got bit by one, and it sucked. It hurt.
You can just hold it like that.
If you had been smart, you'd have listened to. Oh, you did. Good job.
Is she gonna bite me?
Let's keep it moving, brothers.
I just don't think they...
They're near you.
Did he say that? I don't think so.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
They're funny in small doses, but I'm telling you guys, having this in your house, you would lose your mind. Okay?
Yeah.
Especially for 60 or 70 years. Oh, she's crying!
1 minute. Ring's pretty close.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Continue.
Sorry, you go ahead. How about you go
Hop
ahead?
up here. Scorpion, sir.
Optics here.
I got yelled
Close
out
range.
on my old job, so
Ultimate
Siren
accelerant
yelling
here.
at me was nothing new. And, you know, my chat yells at me all the time, so it's fine. And Siren at least was singing me happy
Target over
birthday,
there.
so it was very sweet. I love Siren, Mia, and the other two were quite rough. You know, I'm
We're close
scared
to
of
the
them,
ring.
so.
30 seconds
Oh my
left.
god. Baby cow sighting.
Where? Oh, damn, it's a big ass baby. Winnie!
Yo.
Winnie?
Thanks for it, Marksman.
Winnie the
That's such
Pooh.
a cute.
Very nice, Winnie. You know, it's a beautiful sunny day, so Winnie's just sunbathing.
What is he so cute?
So now turn around.
What?
Oh,
I hate it. Winnie, I'm gonna look at you.
I like switching limits as much
What?
as the next
Is
guy.
that Stompy?
But we gotta
no,
go.
it's Winnie.
Heads up.
Oh, this is not.
Care package
Yeah.
coming in.
Yeah.
Winnie, look, this is my happy place.
Yeah, you're like Winnie. So generally speaking, guys, because cattle produce so much methane, naturally that's fine. But the amount of cattle that we have is unnatural because of the demand for beef. So if you can eat less beef, it's way better for the environment, also better for cow welfare.
Sure
But
we're
if
not
you're going
alone
to keep
here.
eating animal products, poultry has way, way lower emissions
Oh my
than
God.
beef. You smell it.
Oh my god.
Isn't that crazy?
Whoa, like, slow down on the carbonated drinks. Good lord. Oh, he's short on my pants. Winnie, that's good.
You want to meet the bird?
Sure. I mean, sure, I need to, you know, turn around and address Stompy. I will do that now. Should I stand up?
Yeah.
Hello, Stompy.
You can pet him back here.
It's nice to meet you, Stompy.
Don't go too to my left. Don't go too much west. If you're going west, you're getting into people.
Okay, well, that was... What are you doing? You know, like,
Oh, you know how Steve said...
Fly behind him and get up on him,
Yeah.
though, if you want.
Oh god. Oh, watch out.
Next time, go do that. Goodbye.
On the Open Sanctuary channel, if you guys want to follow it, there are live cams and all the enclosures.
Sweaty
and you
Boy
can,
Pack says,
take bits
I'm
from
edging.
each cow.
New kill leader.
So somebody
Wait,
Watch
just
for
gave
them.
me
so cute. Oh my gosh, look at his feet.
I don't know what that
Dinosaur
means.
feet,
Edging,
theropods,
weirdo.
3 toes, 2
Dude,
legs.
you're literally like an ancient...
Shake a leg.
You are
Only got a
literally
mean,
an
I'll take the
ancient
rings
dinosaur,
right there.
Stompy. I mean, but you look young, you know, for your years.
You want to give Stompy a hug?
Oh, sure. Bobby, can I have a hug? Oh, hold on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, oh my God.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Oh my goodness, like hanging things and like shiny things.
So tuck the
You
string.
can if you want, yeah.
Stompy, be chill.
Here, I'll help you with the hug.
Thank
What do
you.
you think
You
is over
can-
here?
Go ahead.
We're
I
close
missed.
to the ring.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, goodbye. Thanks.
Champion
Oh, his feathers look crazy.
Yeah, they're double shafted. So for every one feather shaft, there's 2 that come out.
Wait, can you do it again? I'm like, holy, chill, look underneath.
10 seconds.
When
The
it
ring's
rains outside, it looks just like this. It's super insulated.
What?
Danger near
What
me.
the heck? Let's not just not chill.
Show off.
Nope. No, you're not. Never mind.
Cool thing about Stompy, you guys see these eyelids? He's got a nictitating membrane, so there's an eyelid that goes from the front to
Punching
the
a
back.
tunnel.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Some reptiles have that, other birds have that, so you can keep debris out of their eye, but still kind of see through it. Honestly, it'd be sick.
Reloading.
Dude, I don't know anybody says dinosaur pictures. What the fuck? Alright, Stompy, come on, bring it in. No more.
They might be watching you.
What, a dick? Was Stompy a dick? Sure. Yeah, he tried to steal my watch, tried to steal my bracelet, but he did give me a hug, so I like Stompy. He's very sweet. Stompy was great. He is a little scary though. He is like a dinosaur, which is not great to look at up close.
You want to brush Winnie?
Yeah. Oh, really? Can you like, you gotta, or you gotta like, you can chill.
There you go.
Oh, that's the spot right there.
Bubba Gimlet says, so many teams OMG.
Oh yeah, that's why when you get squeezed like this, that's...
What a couple weeks ago.
I'm just ratting to get some points right now.
Just keep
1 minute.
brushing.
Sorry,
pretty
I'm sorry,
close.
you're right. I apologize. You're right. No, I'll keep going. Are you good now? Is that a no? Okay. Alright, no.
Enemies
You're right. I'll get to work. Sorry. Can I give you a hug? Can I give Winnie a hug?
Yeah, totally.
Ring's not that far.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. Goodbye, Winnie. Oh my God, did you fart? I love Winnie. Winnie. Okay, I love Winnie because Winnie was so cute, and Winnie. Does Winnie do that to everyone? Because if so, then it's not going to be as special. So I'm hoping that Winnie was very loving to me, and that it was just specific to me, and that me and Winnie have like a special connection. Otherwise, you know, that's really embarrassing.
They're small and cute.
Oh wait, what's going on? Oh, there's one up there too.
Only 10
You know what?
seconds left.
These are marmosets. That is Appa. He's a common marmoset, and this is Momo. He's a black tufted marmoset.
Hi.
So they are Brazilian monkeys.
Oh, look at him. He's so cute. Is he
So-
nice?
He's nice. They don't really like being touched.
Yeah.
But you
But
can
they'll like
smell their
smell.
Yeah, you can smell their hand. They also love screens. If you want to show them your phone or like your chat phone. Here's a chat.
Ooh.
Other thing about monkeys is they're seed dispersers. So in the wild, they eat fruits and then they swing around and shit everywhere to help with forestry growth. So that's super important. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super important for them to do in the wild, but they will do that in your house.
You're in their sights.
Aw.
In your face.
No.
Stop it. Please don't let me hang with please.
Sweaty Boy Pax says, Bub, I'm edging.
Holy chat.
Remember you told me let
Sweaty
me
Boy
cook?
Pax says, hell.
Let me cook?
So yeah, these guys, they were in cages in the house for 3-4 years of their life. And so that's why they have vitamin D deficiency. They've never been outside. This is their first spring closure. And they have basically...
Sweaty Boy Pax says,
so those dog
no
boarders go
way.
inside.
Ring's not that
So
far.
we have parts
There's so much room
Need to
to
recharge
use
my
them.
shields.
They need it. They use it. This is one that had like no use in these back legs before. And now
Let me cook, huh, baby? Let me cook.
Sweaty Boy Pax says, GG.
Oh, sorry.
Bubba Gimlet says, trash. Bubba Gimlet says, 72 damage.
One says trash, the other says GG. I don't know what you
The
want.
worst part was is that he jumped on me the first time and was nice. So, you know, when he bit me, I wasn't expecting it because we were friends. We were chilling. He was really but like we kind of had a good banter going. And then suddenly he jumped on me the second time and he bit my hand.
Make you feel better or worse that I was not bitten?
Significantly worse.
What do you think?
Ooh.
What do you think
I love
overall?
it. I love Alveus. I think it's great.
Yay! Thanks.
If you ever want help,
Yeah.
I will help you.
If you want to come out and do like a shit scooping stream, you mean like that?
Sure. I mean, yeah. Thank you, Maya, for having us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I'll be back to scoop shit.
Yay! Goodbye. Hooray! Goodbye!
Oh! I got a gift for you. Yes, I got a gift for you. Yep, I got a gift.
Thank you, I love you!
Yes, I got a gift. Here. I got a gift. This is what we're starting to do, chat. See, I'm really working hard on the show. I got our gift.
The best podcast ever.
Wait, before you open the gift, I need to introduce who you are, in case they don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, Extra Emily is an OTK streamer. She's so talented. You're actually one of the most talented performers that I've ever seen. You get up there, you kill it, you're super entertaining, you're super positive, you're just amazing. If you don't watch her stream, go fuck yourself, okay? Seriously, go fuck yourself. Yeah, fuck yourself if you don't watch Extra Emily. She's fabulous, and I'm so happy to have her in Miss Gift stuff that I borrowed for this show.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
What kind words off?
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh my God, yes, I had you on. And speaking of, we have an announcement to make later in the show. In that same vein. Okay. All right. Open up the gift.
Okay.
Oh my God, we got some gifted subs. I got you a little gift for that. Yeah, what is it? Chad, what do you think it is?
I think it's like very light. I'm gonna guess it's like a shirt.
I don't know. No.
I know what I like.
No.
Okay,
You're welcome. Don't get the rest. I didn't think about the optics of the wrapping paper in the water. Oh, Amazon, it's a box. Hold on, there's something inside of it. Okay. Oh, give it a second. Yeah, take that here. Do you have a knife or something?
It's time. Hey, let's go over there.
Oh, okay, now it's all you. It's all you. Okay, take a look. Hold on.
I think we should go there.
No, it's not a comfort. Wait, what?
Round one.
No. I actually have no idea what it is. They just said they got a gift.
First blood. Yeah, the game's really
You're
starting.
welcome. Oh! It's a fake button!
Take what you need.
Yes, it's a fake button! You put it on! Wait, you want to open it on? Yeah, put it on! Put it on!
Engaging!
So basically, you just put it on.
Enemy shield broken. Reloading.
Yeah, turn up now. No, yeah, you're right. The booty's on the back. There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah? No, see, now you got one. Oh, that would be... We make people... Hold on, let's see here. Can I help you? No, I don't want to feel... No,
Progress. Good, we're inside. Taking shots here. Broke their shields. Healing.
Yeah, man.
Enemy here. Someone's been through there. Recharging my shield. 1 sec.
No,
You hear that? There's a care package coming down.
Protect that area. Someone's got a shot on
Extended
me.
heavy mag
Pretty
here.
sure.
Level
Watch
one.
out. Competitor is close. Getting shot at.
Okay,
Recharging my shields.
there's a description, warning, that says on the packaging, warning, here, let's get down to the camera. Warning, to avoid dangerous suffocation, keep the craft away from babies and children, of course. Okay. Oh! Oh my
Try to give you fire cover.
Oh, God.
I could use heavy ammo. I'm gonna try to move, guys.
You can grab heavy ammo at the replicator that's right next to us.
Well, I'm not near you yet. I have to come all the way over there to get to you. Through where I was getting shot at, I have to give them fire. They turned their fire towards me. Okay.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, so
You're just standing down there shooting upwards? What are you doing?
I don't know. That's what I heard. That's what somebody told me, and I just want to know, are you, where does that desire come from?
Oh my god.
Yo, Scrappy, you're fucking terrible. Shoot at him.
Okay.
I had to see him to shoot, you fuck.
Nigga, they're right fucking here.
Oh my god. Okay, Emily, I'll be honest, that was a complete joke. I didn't actually know.
You're shooting a clone, idiot.
No shit. You're down and dead. Alright, I'm not. No, fuck you.
Wait, do people know this?
I love when someone's on their knees and they're telling someone else that they're dead.
Okay, but what would you steal?
Holy shit, dude.
Queue up for ranked and you don't even know how to play the fucking
What does that mean? I don't. You're the guy who's dead. Are you even? Do you have self-awareness right now? Is the point of the game playing? Because both of my teammates just pushed someone and got killed. That's what happened. My two teammates died. That's what happened in the game. But I don't know how to play it. Why don't you just leave? Now you're muted. Now you're muted. Goodbye.
It's just what he believes.
2x Day says, so terrible.
It's classic socialism, folks. You know what? I think you're such a good person that I think it makes up for it.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it makes up for it.
Okay.
I think it makes up for it. I'm trying to think if I've ever stolen something. I have never.
2x Day says, just runs away.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go get in a fucking 3-on-1 fight.
What was I supposed to do? You know what I mean?
2x Day says, let them kill you, you're terrible.
We're like, there was nobody there to help me.
PVC says, 2 were knocked and 1 was half HP.
And it's happened before. It's happened before. Okay.
It's getting hot here, that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. No. Yeah. Okay.
Hello, guys and gals, me Mutahar, and ladies and gentlemen, I
2x
have a
Day
report
says,
from the
go back
U.S.
to
government
Fortnite.
about aliens not being real.
Dude, I'm 40 years old. You think I play Fortnite? Like, look how dumb you are.
Type of content to be making was alien-related content, okay? Alien bodies, alien UFOs, disappearing planes. I think for a lot of people in my camp,
2x Day
witnessing this
says,
kind of stuff
go back to
and
League
the
Old Head.
prevalence
Your
of
idea is to
was a
get
little
to
bit
insult someone is to say,
surprising, but
go
we're
to
making videos
Fortnite.
about, like,
Show me your fucking
shadow
age.
aliens and police raids, apparently in
Jesus
Miami,
Christ.
about possible
That's
aliens
your
roaming around
insult.
South Beach.
Go to
Next time you're
Fortnite. Oh my god, I never heard someone more fucking innocent in my life.
There's finally
You got your diapers on there, buddy?
Months on to get our hands on.
You got your diapers on still in your video game career. Holy fuck.
Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO. Now, if you
I remember my first beer.
You know months ago that we were
The guy, like, he probably started on my. He's a Minecraft, Fortnite, Apex player. Great arc. That's the.
Domain Resolution Office, our team of experts is leading the U.S. government's efforts to address unidentified anomalous phenomena, which is known as UAP. So a lot of those videos you've seen flying around on the internet of, like, you know, weird orbs in the sky and possible aliens, alien aircraft, that's all UAP, which is, again, unidentified anomalous phenomena. And it doesn't have to necessarily be aliens. It could be like satellites. It could be really anything that is not identified by our known signatures in the sky, suborbital, whatever. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, these people have apparently taken important steps to improve data collection, standardize reporting requirements, and mitigate the potential threats to safety and security posed by the UAP. And I really do feel this is important for the government as well, too, because anything that you can identify entering your airspace, you know, whether it be spy balloons or whatever the fuck, that's going to scare the hell out of you, and you're going to make sure that's completely out of the sky if it doesn't belong to you, okay? But ladies and gentlemen, obviously, I've been covering a lot of this UAP, UFO-related content, and while I try to keep an open mind, my mind is always requiring evidence, right? So obviously, what came out of this report, ladies and gentlemen? Well, let me tell you, it wasn't exactly something most alien lovers wanted it to be. Apparently, aliens have not visited Earth, okay? So yeah, actually, this report is something that you can get your access on. So it's about 63 pages. And of course, it's a very comprehensive view from the government's perspective on what the UAP situation is apparently like. So obviously, they cover a billion things. They cover a lot of projects known as Project Saucer, all the way back in 1946, okay? Even covering things before 1945. All the way, obviously, up to 2023. So according to this report, this is Volume 1 of the AARO's Historical Record Reports, which reviews the record of the United States government, which is USG, pertaining to the unidentified anomalous phenomenon. In completing this report, AARO reviewed all official U.S. government investigatory efforts since 1945. They've researched classified and unclassified archives and conducted approximately 30 interviews and partnered with the intelligence community, so, you know, like the CIA and basically the entire U.S. intelligence apparatus, the Department of Defense, and so on and so forth. So yeah, clearly these were people, they really tried to make this as comprehensive as possible. So in Section 2, exactly, this is where obviously a lot of boners found no evidence that any U.S. government investigation, academic-sponsored research, or official review panel has confirmed that any sighting of a UAP represented extraterrestrial technology. So again, anything that they said, they found no evidence that any investigation, if there was a UAP in the sky, it came from fucking Tyrians. It came from A. Laval. Just didn't happen. Now, I know that there's a few amount of people that are going to sit here and say, wait, hold, we've been accusing the U.S. government of covering this stuff up. Are we really about to give them the pat on the back for basically saying, bro, we investigated ourselves, also, there is no actual evidence? Now, look, I'm one of those people that says, listen, if there are aliens, right, if aliens have touched Earth, we should have actual substantial evidence that no government can deny, evidence that if most rational human beings looked at it with their own two eyes, they could easily say, yeah, that's irrefutable evidence. But obviously, we've covered so many videos and so many actual events of possible evidence, but nothing actually conclusive. I mean, for crying out loud, I was looking at like a possible alien attack in Latin America that turned out to be cartel operatives with apparently jetpacks, okay? Insanity! Although many UAP reports remain unsolved or unidentified, AARO assesses that if more and more better quality data were available, most of these cases also could be identified or resolved as ordinary objects or phenomena. So AARO found no empirical evidence for claims that USG and private companies have been reverse engineering extraterrestrial technology. They determined that based on all information provided to date, the claim involving specific people, known locations, technological tests, and documents allegedly